All right, take two. You've seen my smiling face. I'm gonna turn the light off, continue on my drive here. Try again. Didn't like the way the first one came out, so I decided to delete and re-record. Grandmaster Jay. Let's talk about this guy. 2 videos back, I discussed my thoughts on the NFAC and what we could learn from them. Let's talk about what we could learn from him. Had a little back and forth in the comment section with a viewer about it. But let's unpack who he is and what we know about Grandmaster. He's a middle-aged man, wants to lead an armed revolt against the United States government and take a piece of the United States to segregate the black population from the white population. Doesn't like white people very much. Said he wants to kill white people. So I don't know the man, I've never met him. But if you're going to get out there and put these statements out and say, this is what I think, this is what I want, this is what I believe, I have no choice but to take you at your word. So we've never met. You hate me. I don't know you. Takes a little bit more than blindly running your mouth about what I might be to make me hate somebody. Kind of indifferent toward him. And I do have to agree with my viewer, it's his ideals that I despise. When you look at this guy big picture, up to his run with the NFAC, he's a failure. He's got a bogus LinkedIn profile. He had a failed presidential run. Now he seems to have some luck running with this group of like-minded minions that like shooting each other accidentally. I'm going to take some pot shots at them throughout the video, so. Kind of reminds me of another historical figure. Oh, and maybe he was in the military. Maybe. Anybody that puts a sergeant major's emblem or a first sergeant's emblem on the nipple of a t-shirt leaves a lot to be desired. Just saying. Now there was another tuber out there that said that was straight up stolen valor. I don't know. What I will say is bad form, regardless. Anyway, so you've got a guy that was maybe in the military, has a background of failure, and a vile hate for one ethnic group over his own, or one race of people over his own. You can make a right on red. Thank you. Sounds like another historical figure to me. I'd be willing to bet there were people that discounted him too. Anybody know who I'm talking about? Hands? You in the back? No? Kind of reminds me of a burgeoning Adolf Hitler. Imagine that. Comparing a black supremacist to probably the most vile and disgusting white supremacist to ever walk the earth. Yeah. Congratulations, Jay, you got that status out of me. Anyway, a lot of people discounted him when he first showed up on the scene, too. Didn't work out so well. He showed up with his brown shirts. They used a lot of the same tactics. Now, did old Adolf's boys shoot each other by mistake? I don't know. There was no internet back then. So, probably wouldn't have found out about it unless it was somebody important. That, it was kind of hard to get firearms in Germany post-World War I. Similar background, similar tactics. Kind of a similar moment in history, albeit Hitler kind of had to false flag his way into his. I don't know. Anybody else see it? I can't be the only one. Again, I can't necessarily hate someone that I don't know, which I guess separates me from him. I can hate what he stands for, certainly. Or what he claims to stand for. Right? Again, he could be the biggest bullshit artist to ever walk the planet. Or at least in the 21st century. But, as I've said, he's made all these assertions. And I have no choice but to take the man at his word. No choice but to see him and his crew, his quasi-army, if you will, for anything other than the threat they present to a civilized society. Respond accordingly in my own study and preparations of said group. Study of said group and preparations for the growth of said group. Because I'm sure it'll grow. Right? I mean, they're basically a black clan. Anyone who doesn't think they pose a threat probably isn't paying enough attention. Now, all that being said, they could turn out to be nothing more than a fart in the wind, here today, gone tomorrow. which I would be just fine with. But only time's going to tell that tale. So in the meantime, keep an eye on them. They like social media. Obviously, we like social media. What could the possible ramifications for his actions be? What could further actions by this person cause? What are their stated goals besides a black state? By the way, Jay, somebody already did that. It's called Liberia. Anyway, all things to pay attention to with this particular group. Because he seems to take to Twitter to explain why he wipes his ass a certain way. In a very slow and methodical manner. He's got that narcissistic godlike complex. Again, another Hitlerian characteristic. He chooses his words and his mannerisms very carefully. Pay attention. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Be safe, watch your six. Out for now. Like, share, and subscribe. If you're waiting for the refund, here it comes.